What's going on, guys? Spud here, and welcome to episode 33 of the Roundup. In today's episode, Cloud9 finally arrived in the CDL with two very convincing 3-0 wins. OpTic lose another series without winning a map. What is going on? And SIB breaks the record for the best KD this season with a 1.89. We'll also be doing our minor 2 predictions going into next week's minor tournament, which now has a best of 7 grand final instead of a best of 3. Just want to say a massive thank you to for the support on the first episode. I've also just realised that the webcam is off, so I'll put that on now. We'll put it there as well, rather than on the right hand side. So yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, the support in the last couple of episodes of the roundup have been really good. And just in general, we've started uploading a bit more on YouTube. Obviously, Lost Records as well. I mean, we've got 100 views on the first Lost Records video. That's absolutely mega. We're uploading this we're doing the recording for this on Monday. And obviously it'll be out on Wednesday. So obviously there could be something that happens on Tuesday, but on Monday night, Tuesday. But obviously we won't know that yet, so we're gonna do it now. So yeah, we're going to start obviously with the matches from this week. A lot of 3-0s this week, so there won't actually be that much to round up on. The main thing we'll probably be talking about is the minor tournament, to be honest. There's also a roster substitution, which is basically changing the Japanese flag name. Anyway, we start the weekend off with Rocker versus Ravens, and I thought this would be a close series, and it was a 3-0 to the Royal Ravens here. If we look down here at the statistics, obviously Gwyn had a very good series here. Everyone played well on the Ravens side. On the other side, Nero and Gio had a bit of a rough series. But we'll show you the round 11 anyway, because it was a round 11.
There's going to be your info.
Took your A plant.
It's not planning for you, though.
You have not been able to hold in the post planet A. But if you're able to do it once at round 11, that's all that matters. Gwyn tucked away. Gwyn finds the kill. 3v2 now. All on Estriel and Nero. No time to work with. 18 to go. Estriel clearing, looking for the fight. Some tags in, able to win that one. But somebody's got to hop it.
He got Gwyn to his spot, though. He bought enough time. Gwyn is there. There's the player on the defuse. Round is
very comfortable there for the Ravens. You know, Rocker took too long to get the actual opportunity, and then they had to try and defuse the bomb. They knew they weren't going to win that unless Estriel's teammate, I can't remember who it was, they would have to have got 2 kills ultimately there. But yeah, Ravens take a 3-0, and you know what? Ravens obviously a bit of a rough start to the split, but they've been so good this season. Like, I had them as my dark horse, but I didn't actually think that they'd be as good as they've been. Then we had obviously Spain versus France in terms of the orgs. Luna's debut here in the CDL, and it's a 3-0 slamming with another round 11 in the second map. If we look at the stats here, obviously Metals is back as well. Real had a very good series. On the other side, Luna's obviously did struggle a bit in his first series, but it's his first series, so it's not the end of the world. We'll show you the round 11 in this one as well. They actually were 5-2 down, because I remember this one as well. They were 5-2 down, the Heretics, but they did manage to bring it back.
To kill with they have to have something queued up for this retake. Even numbers. Here we go. RC's going to hold the front door.
It's not the RC anymore. And we're going to plant the RC here.
Lynn's now through big door. Sky's backing him up now, bringing the ARs of the Gorillas mates forward now into play. Luna's, we'll get a little bit of taste of him in a moment, but now, opening gunfight. RC may have just been dealt with. Here we go. We're in the red. 20 seconds to go.
And Lynn's has to play with an AR here. He doesn't have his normal SMG for this retake now.
Oh, they got the damage in, but it's the Heretics. Vamos! They find both. Lose!
Brilliant play from Metals there to win that map and ultimately win the series. Very, very important kill there. On Lynn's, I think that did change the round ultimately. And then to finish off this Friday, we had Falcons playing, so yeah, they lost. And it was a 3-0 this time. Cloud9, absolute cakewalk for them. Everyone played well on the Cloud9 side. Nobody played well on the other side. Pretty simple, really. Pretty simple. Also MVP ladder as well. We'll obviously talk about that. That's obviously going to be in every week. We haven't done the Rookie of the Year race yet. Just because haven't seen enough from Lunas yet, and obviously Super was only in for 1 series. And then you've got the Saudi players and not Xnid, sorry, because he's one of the Saudi players. You've got Rencor and the Saudi players. So yeah, still not enough for me to do a Rookie of the Year ladder just yet. Krem got MVP here with a 1.8 in the S&D, very nice. I mean, we just look at this hard point and it's just like, the kill wise, it's not even like there was like that many more kills. It was just the fact that they were better at the objective, and ultimately, the kills doesn't matter. You could get 100 kills and lose the map. No one's going to remember the fact you got 100 kills. I mean, they might mention it that it was a CDL record, but apart from that. Anyway, we move on to Saturday quite quickly, to be honest, and we finally had a series that actually had a map 4 in it, and it was FaZe versus Heretics, 3-1 here to FaZe. Simp went absolutely crazy here. Everyone played well on the FaZe side, especially Celium as well. Simp, though, very, very easy for him. Nobody playing well on the other side. We did, though, have, obviously, a round 11 here, which I'll show you.
They just simply get outnumbered, and now we're all the way at the distance.
Oh man, which way's this going, dude? Which way's this rolling? FaZe down low once again. Watch out for the nade damage. Mel's great damage on the cross, finds one. Oh my god, it's falling to pieces. Celium now going for the masterful clutch. Can he find anything? He has one. Can he get this? What in the
I don't know what Celium did there, but very good from Metals. I think obviously when the frag grenade was thrown, there was no damage dealt, so they thought that the site was open. But yeah, really, really, really impressive there. Again, Heretics looking good in that S&D, but they obviously failed to win another map after that. We have to talk about OpTic again. We do. We have to talk about OpTic again. 3-0. They lost the offense. It was the worst control series I've ever seen on this game. And then they lose the offense. Yeah. What has happened? What has happened to Dashi? What has actually happened to Dashi? Like a 0.7 again. He was my MVP for the first like 5 weeks of the game, going into the major. TJ Halley though has a masterclass. Gwyn and Sasha play well as well. MVP of the week is, I'll be honest, it's between Gwyn and someone else. I haven't actually fully decided yet. I thought I had going into this episode, now I haven't. But yeah, OpTic's wars continue. And to be honest with you, as an OpTic fan, people are saying, oh, roster change, roster change. There's only one player that I would actually want on this OpTic team to replace Kenny. And it won't happen because Kenny's obviously an in-game leader. This player I don't think will be an in-game leader, and that is SIB. Obviously, when the roster for the MW3 season, I wanted it to be SIB, Pred, Dashi, and Chotzi. I still think SIB's really good now, and I would probably take him. But I don't think that's going to happen. But I can't see OpTic getting out of this slump anytime soon. And obviously with Major 2 being in Dallas, in Allen, Texas, being an OpTic hosted event, unless they pick this form up quick, they're going to be in the losers bracket. I think they have to win 3 games here to get into winners. Really poor. And then the next game on the Saturday was Gentlemates versus Vancouver Surge. And Gentlemates, again, it's another loss. Skies drops to 0.7. Neptune, though, wow. What an introduction he's had to the CDL this season. Obviously, he's been in the CDL before for Los Angeles Guerrillas. But 1.3, 114 kills. He's making it look so easy right now. He also got... which map did he go crazy on? Map 1. 42 and 26. Yeah, we'll show you the round 11 though. Obviously, this was a massive win for Surge to be 2 up, to be honest.
Yeah, they're fighting, man. They're really fighting. 3-man run now through field. Towards the down low is going to be Vancouver Surge, but nobody home. Abuza, the lone man at Heli, and it's a B-bomb here. We are committing to this one. Linz, you have not checked everything. Sending Kiz. Traded out. Bomb drop. Oh no! Kismet stay alive. He does. For now, coverage is there, but not enough. Neptune traded out. A warp trade.
This could have been a completely different scenario if Abuza hadn't got the kill on Linz, but he got it right just before Kismet got the trade. So, yeah. Now Vancouver Surge. What a positive roster move it was. They look amazing with Neptune in. And yeah, very impressed with Surge. I think they're looking very good at the moment. And then to finish off Saturday, the only game of the weekend that actually went the distance because we had a lot of games in the Major 1 split that did go the distance. And it was won by Toronto Ultra here against the Boston Breach. If we look at the stats here, Snoopy did have a pretty good series on for them, for Breach, but CleanX looked a lot better this weekend. Joe Deceives had a very good series as well, 100 kills. But the map 5 was won by Breach. Ben Beans did go crazy in the map 5, and I want to show you what he did 2 1v2s, but this is the one that won the series.
They're doing the other, and well, they're able to catch Joe. He has the read, just doesn't trust it. He's got another 1 versus 1.
Well, Purge has not had a good map. Beans is hot off the 1v2 a couple rounds ago. Can Beans close it out? Or can Purge finally make the play? Oh, sweet child of mine. He comes right behind him. Oh, God. Purge is dropped. Beans is the clutch god. And he's got a message.
I love Beans. Obviously, rep for the UK COD scene. Beans, what a guy. What a guy. Obviously, he was Scrap's replacement. Yeah, he's not Scrap, but he's been very good for Ultra so far. And obviously, Joe Deceives. I think Joe Deceives has played better this season than Envoy did last season, to be honest. But yeah, that Ultra team's good, but will they win a tournament? Probably not. I think Champ Sundays, though, they should get to at least 2 Champ Sundays, in my opinion. That includes Esports World Cup as well. Right, and then we start off the Sunday with Falcons. I don't think they're going to win a series. They haven't won a hardpoint all season. I actually don't think they're going to win a series. Yeah, not even... Duam actually did okay, to be fair. Like, 6.1k damage, second best in the lobby. Most kills for the team. Estrella 1.79. Geo 1.64. Made it look easy. Wasn't even close to the S&D. I mean, map 3... Estrella only got 7 deaths. Like, it's too easy. It's just way too easy for teams to play Falcons. It's not even a challenge, really. Falcons' best series of the year, best showing, was that one at the Major against the Ravens, where they should have won map 2 and 3, and they got 3-0'd. Now, this was an exciting game going into it. I didn't watch it, but it was actually, I mean, the map 1 was very close, but it was Ultra versus Thieves. Obviously, Adam Grayson grudge match because he said, "Oh, we'll have the better team." He's obviously the CEO of Ultra, like the owner, sorry, of Ultra. Yeah, it did not happen. Hydra finally shown what he's got. He had a very good series. Is this Hydra reborn, just like Cloud9? Very nice series from the French phenomenon. Joe Deceives did alright against his old team. I'll show you the ending of this hardpoint now.
To go, Toronto Ultra can still win it here. Thieves cannot. They need to think about the rotation as well, but they need to find a break. Ghosty and Envoy gonna make that happen. There's 3 in a row. Insight's the only one who can answer, and what a time to find a break for Thieves. If they hold down this time, we're dead even heading over towards people.
Amazing hard point to go to the end on as well. Wide open. A foot race is on. Thieves are making their way out of old towards the new, towards the final point. Envoy from up top now. A big set of kills from Hydra. Straight over the time. Beans from atop the stage. The spotlight on him. Finding a few more. CleanX from down low wins another. But here comes Hydra. Wins the fight. That's the break.
There's the break with only 15 seconds to play for here for the side as Thieves. You are not far away, but one break from Ultra will win them the game. Right now, Envoy and Scrap, they're cooking together. They're only 5 seconds away, Miles. They gotta go.
Gotta get going, and the coverage is there. It's all good. Last few moments now to slide in. And what an open.
Very good from Thieves, but especially Hydra obviously he won the one-on-one with CleanX. If CleanX wins that one-on-one, I think Ultra win the map. But yeah, well done to Thieves on that win. Looking good going into that minor tournament. Now, I did not have a Cloud9 slamming Boston Breach the way they have. SIB with the KD record of the season, 1.89. He went absolutely crazy. On the other side, Cammy, double negative. Not ideal. Everyone played well. Cloud9 had a very good weekend. Obviously, Falcons, they expect to win, but 3-0 against Breach, who've looked alright this season online. Very convincing result. Cloud9 definitely look a lot better than... Cloud9 look like how I thought they would look when the season started. My prediction was they would get to a... My really bold prediction was Cloud9 get to a grand final. That does not include minor tournaments, by the way. I thought that they'd be the fourth team. I thought the top four would be Thieves, FaZe, and OpTic as obviously the top three, and then Cloud9 would be the fourth best team between them and Ultra. Obviously, that has not happened, especially with OpTic. Probably OpTic aren't top four at the moment either. But yeah, Cloud9's starting to look good here. SIB, I mean, if we look at his actual statistics for each map, 30 and 16 in the hardpoint, 4 and 4 in the S&D, and 17 and 7 in the control. I mean, 2 players dropped 6 kills for Boston Breach. It was so easy. Kremp went 20 and 7. He almost had a 3 KD in this control. Mac had a good S&D. Really good. Cloud9 have genuinely haven't surprised me because I was expecting this from them, but they're starting to look good. I think the slump of Major 1 is out. And SIB, again, last year, SIB had a similar issue where he maybe struggled a bit to start with. People were saying, oh, is SIB actually good enough to be on Cloud9's roster? And obviously I did think he would be, and he brought it back. You know, he was their best player at Champs, so as they became runners-up to OpTic. Anyway, that's it for the predictions. The only other thing I've got is that Priestahh is now expected to replace Skies in the Gentlemates starting lineup. It's not going to make a difference, but they're going to try it anyway. Skies, obviously, back-to-back Champs finals, won in 2023, lost in 2024, is now going to be on the bench. So it's going to be Lunas, Priestahh. It's going to be Lunas, Priestahh. Lunas, Priestahh. Oh, Kismet and Lins. I can't believe I forgot Kismet and Lins. Right. Before we do my the webcam's going off now because we're going to do the MVP of the week and then MVP ladder. Just before we do our predictions. Oh, it's so close. It's between Gwyn and SIB. I was always going to say SIB. But obviously OpTic are in a bit of a slump. So they beat Rocker 3-0 and OpTic 3-0. Cloud9 beat Falcons 3-0, which was understandable, but they absolutely smashed Boston Breach 3-0. I don't know. I'm going to go with SIB. I'm going to go with SIB, just because I don't think anyone was expecting Cloud9 to look as good as they did. You know, a lot of people probably had Ravens beating OpTic anyway. I'm going to go with SIB, but it's close. It's been 50-50 pretty much. Anyway, MVP ladder, there was no change. I did contemplate maybe Simp in front of Draza, but I'm just going to keep it for now. In for the top 3. I mean, Dashi for me now is not in the top 5. The other 2 players in the top 5 now is probably Scrap and Gwyn. Or Scrap and Abizi. I'll probably go Scrap and Abizi. But it's close between Abizi and Gwyn. I just think, I know it's obviously CDL MVP ladder. My MVP ladder is always going to be very reactionary. It'll be the same with the Rookie of the Year ladder. When we start it, hopefully after Major 2, I'm going to be honest, I'm hoping that that's not going to be reactionary. I mean, I had Gwyn to be Rookie of the Year for most of the year. People started saying Abuser and Estriel, but Gwyn deserved it and he did get it. Right, so now we have our minor 2 bracket. So this was based off the standings after Major 1. That was how the bracket was going to be done. So after the LAN event, it was your standings. So obviously we've got first round matches. This is a single elimination tournament, but now it is a best of 7. So once you lose a series, you're out. Same prizes as before. So you get CDL points if you get second or semi-final, and obviously you do get a little cash prize with a few CDL points as well if you win. So we start with Boston Breach versus Vancouver Surge, and I think that this one will be a close-ish series, but with how good Surge are looking with Neptune in the squad, I'd be shocked if they didn't win this, and I think you guys would all agree with that. OpTic versus Falcons. Now, OpTic look terrible. Falcons have been terrible all year. I don't know. I actually don't know. Look, I'd be shocked if OpTic lost. OpTic should win the hard point, because at least they should win both hard points, because Falcons have not won a hard point. I mean, Falcons almost beat OpTic at hard point last split. Obviously, Exnid dropped 52 for the loss. But I'm going to go with OpTic winning this. I don't think they'll win it 3-0, though. I think it'll be 3-1. I think the Search and Destroy will be won by the Falcons, and maybe even the Control. It could go to a Game 5. Rocker versus Cloud9 is a very interesting one, because if you based it off last week's results, you'd probably say Rocker. Rocker obviously did win a series against... Wait, did Rocker win a series? I actually can't remember. I think they did. I'm pretty sure they did win a series. Oh, they played Falcons, yeah, so... that obviously. But, like I said, I've got faith in this club. Except OpTic's roster, my favourite roster apart from OpTic's is Cloud9's. And yeah, I'm going Cloud9. I think they will beat Rocker here. And obviously a rematch of Friday night, Heretics Gentlemates. Obviously it's going to be Priestahh instead of Skies, but the result will stay the same. I've got Heretics winning this one. Maybe not 3-0, but I can't see Gentlemates winning. I'm shocked. I know I predicted them to be the flop of the season, but I did not expect this. But they have Boston Breach vibes. This roster genuinely has Boston Breach vibes from last year, where Breach were, what, 12th seed at the end of the season. Now, obviously, they're going to beat Falcons in the CDL points. That's not hard. Unless Falcons have a massive change and end up signing superstars, I can't see it happening. Yeah, Gentlemates, it's going to be a rough season for them, especially for their fans, because their fans are amazing. So then we move to round 2, our quarterfinals. FaZe Surge, obviously Surge beat them in online qualifiers. This is obviously online as well. But I think I'm going to take FaZe. I just think taking Surge is a bit of a bold punt, but I don't think there's an issue with taking Surge. But I think FaZe will win this one. I think they'll turn it around from last series against them. Ultra OpTic. This would have been close even if OpTic were playing good, but because they're not playing good, I think this will be a pretty convincing win for Ultra. 3-0, 3-1, maybe. Yeah, I think OpTic will win against the Falcons, but then they'll play okay against the Falcons, and they might think, oh yes, we're back. The fans will think they're back. No, Ultra will slam them, I think. Hope to be proven wrong. I like this Thieves Cloud9 match. Obviously, they did this at Ksan's tournament. I don't know if we've actually had Thieves Cloud9 this season. We might have, and I've just forgotten about it. But I am going to go with the LA Thieves here. Oh, that's the wrong one. Whoops. Well, I might have just given spoilers. Royal Ravens are Heretics. This will be an interesting one. I think this will go to a Game 5. But obviously, they've lost quite a few Game 5s. So because of that, I'm going to go... That's the Heretics, of course, because I'm going to go with the Royal Ravens. I just think they've got a bit too much for the Heretics in terms of how good their SMGs are. And I mean, Slasher's definitely turned it around, you know. I thought it was a bit of an interesting pickup, Slasher, because they just got rid of Clayster and Felor. For Slasher, was there really that much of an upgrade? But clearly there has been. And yeah, Royal Ravens look good. FaZe versus Ultra. Good series potential. But you saw how Thieves played against Ultra. I've gone FaZe. I think this will be a 3-1 maybe. And yeah, I spoiled it. Obviously, Thieves will beat Ravens in my opinion. So we've got a rematch of Major 1's grand final. I can't even remember what the Minor 1 final was. FaZe Ravens. Yeah, Ravens did well. They got to the final. I don't think they'll get to the final this time around though. So best of 7. My prediction for this will be a 4-2. A 4-2 win. For it's not really fully revenge because there's a bit of a difference between a major and a minor tournament. A major means a lot more. Minor is just like a bit of fun, really. Get some points, get a little bit of money if you win. But I'm going to go with the Thieves. I think LA Thieves will win the minor tournament. Now, I predicted them to win the first one, and they didn't. Because FaZe eliminated them. But I've got Thieves winning this one. I know I keep going for Thieves. Who did I predict to win? Oh, wait, I predicted OpTic to win Major 1. I never ever predicted OpTic to win a major again. You know, because I predicted them not to win in Major 3 and they did. I predicted them to finish top 6 at Champs and they won it. I think it's best I just don't predict OpTic to do well because they seem to do better when I do that. But that's my minor tournament prediction. Let me know what you guys think down below. I mean, I think that's fair. I mean, I think that's quite a basic one, really. I mean, you maybe could argue Rock or Cloud9. But I think that I've made quite a basic minor tournament prediction. I've not gone for any major shocks. A major shock would obviously be Surge beating FaZe. I know they did it in like 2 weeks ago, but that's not the point. Cloud9 beating Thieves is a shock. Ravens beating Thieves would be a shock. Ultra beating FaZe would still be a shock. Let's just see what happens. But I'm looking forward to the I'm definitely looking forward to the minor tournament. Obviously, does it start on? I think it starts on Thursday. So yeah, and obviously best of 7 this time around. It's a shame this is actually going to be the last minor tournament of the year. We only have 2. Hopefully next year they'll maybe add in a third, but it's just a nice little addition. I'll be honest, I enjoy it. I think it's nice to have a bit of extra Call of Duty in, but at the same time, is it really like? Is it going to like get like so much interest like a major or champs or EWC potentially? No, it won't, and that's just normal. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. That's just normal. That's life. Anyway, I like it, and that's the main thing. I'm part of the audience. That's going to be the end of this video of the roundup. Also, actually, no, I've got to say this. I've got to say this before I end. I wanted Cloud9 to do well this weekend, and I predicted them to get 2 wins here, I think. So I made this thumbnail in advance in the hope that they could do that and they could be the thumbnail, because the only time we've had a Cloud9 thumbnail is when SIB was announced he was a restricted free agent in the off-season after EWC. So yeah, maybe if I have an OpTic one next week, pre-prepared, they might win. That was the only ever time I've done one pre-prepared. I don't know, I just like the image as well here of attaching SIB after they obviously won either a map or they did win obviously a series at the major. But yeah, anyway, enough about that. We're going to end the video here. I have got 2 other videos uploading this week. On Friday it will be a gameplay video from Lost Records Blooming Rage tape 1, and then on Saturday we have got Spud Ball. It's back for once in a blue moon upload as always. The last time, I mean, it was only January when we last uploaded, to be fair. It's only a month and a bit. Yeah, we're going to be doing my European predictions. So there's obviously the because all the playoff, the knockouts are all, it's all done now in terms of like the road to the finals. So we're going to do it for all 3 European competitions. I might even upload that. I might even record that today, on Monday. But some of my decisions I haven't fully decided yet. I think I know who's going to win the Champions League and Conference League, but the Europa League is so difficult. I'm actually really looking forward to that this year. Alright, thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great rest of your evening, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now. Like the video as well, and subscribe if you're new. Cheers.